answer the question, how big do you think a trillion is? Select one of the following. If you count back, if you were to count a trillion seconds, is it going to be 1920, the 1400s, 900 BC? What do all of you think? So go ahead and vote, and we'll give you a few seconds to make that happen. All right, guys, come on. About 40% of you are voted now. Let's see if we can get some of you others doing it. And don't bother pulling out a calculator and shooting for the right answer.
Just try to take a guess what your gut feeling is.
Just try to take a guess, exactly. All right, let's give you guys a couple more seconds to complete the poll. All right. Well, we've got a lot of time done. We got about 60% of you responding. I think that's good enough for now. So let's go ahead and close it out. And what do you think the result's going to be? What would you think the majority of the guesses would be, Mickey?
Oh, I don't know. I was completely off. Yeah, I thought something like 1 BC or something like that.
Right. So it seems like 31% of us are 1 BC, 23% 30 BC. Nobody's the 1400s, and 15% say the 1920s.
Well, that's actually pretty good, right? And so our instincts are trillions is a pretty big number. So to give you a sense of how big that is, it's actually 30,000 BC. So a good number of you guys were on track there. This was sort of a time when we were living in caves, and we were trying to teach dogs to be our best friend, right? Because nobody else wanted us. This is a long time ago. And most analysts, and in fact our researchers, predict that we will have 1 trillion or more interconnected devices within the next 5 years. So this isn't way out in the future. It's actually already happening. And the interesting point here is those trillions are not like the deficit. It's not like 1 trillion $1 bills that are all the same. This is 1 trillion different kinds of things that are all sending messages, that are all turning into bricks when you don't push the right update, that are all trying to spam you, that are all maybe getting malicious attacks on them, and that are all in some ways connected in the world. And so this is really 1 trillion devices sending out billions of messages. And that's the scope of that next mountain. It is a big mountain. And so it's kind of a done deal. And let me explain to you why our predictions are that it's going to happen. It turns out, maybe you guys have heard of this fable of the wise man and the king. The king needs some favor, and the wise man says, well, look, I'll do this favor for the kingdom if you just give me 1 piece of rice on the first square of a checkerboard, and maybe 2 on the next, and 4 on the next, and so on. And the king sort of laughs,